And just like that, we're back.
Yay!
Yay! I don't know how much of our conversation you guys heard, Brennan Amelie's conversation.
Not much. I cut out as Amon started explaining to you that he saw Sari.
Okay, so he told me that she's in prison, and he told me about
We just role
Wonderful.
played the whole thing really dramatically.
no.
Like it's
Nice.
the best ever.
I like
And
it.
we did.
You should probably wait
I
until
What are we
John
cried.
gets
looking
back on,
for? Did
guys.
you write it?
The Well of Fates,
Mhm.
You should
The
probably wait
well
until
of
John
fates
gets
and
back,
something about it.
since he is the
the
DM.
Oasis.
It's okay. We're okay. We don't need him. He's not relevant to
He has
us.
his ears
Jeez.
on. I think he's just not in roll 20 yet.
How dare you?
He was listening.
I was trying, John. I was trying hard to get them to shut up until you got
No,
on.
I mean
Just saying.
the point is that we first of all, I never shut up. Second of
Oh,
all,
I know.
we just shared everything. uh, um, so we're just sharing with the whole group. The Well of Fate and something about an oasis. So we're going to now go to the Well of Fate because we probably need to go get some camels.
And a tent.
We have our tent. It's in my Mary Poppins bag of holding.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Mhm.
Practically perfect in every fucking way.
Okay, so I
Before
think.
we get
Yeah,
too
go ahead.
far into the next thing, there are two things I want you to consider. Actually, one thing I want you to consider now, one thing we'll talk about later. Did you know that as a PG-13 movie, Lord of the Rings could have said the word fuck once per installment of Lord of the Rings? And I'd like each of you to think where the best place to have inserted the word fuck is in Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and or Return of the King.
I
They'll
know
be honest, like,
Return of the
Any
King.
of
I
the
know
three?
that one. In each of them. Thinking when would be best time for each of them.
Fellowship of the Rings.
the actors that
I
play Merry and Pippin
um, this is
decided that the best place to use it would be fucking Buckleberry Ferry.
Yes.
I like that one. I prefer a wizard's never late. He arrives exactly when he fucking needs to,
Nice.
intends to.
I was going with that same.
Apparently,
Then
Sean
I
Astin's
think
or Sean Bean's
full of
write-in
a
was
Well,
they have a fucking cave troll.
yeah, that's a good one.
and then you got at the end of Return of the King, where Frodo's falling in to the fire or whatnot. You go fuck, or
Mhm.
when he gets finger bit off.
Nice. All right. Thank you for my diversion. That gave me just enough time to get everything open again. And we are ready to resume. Or I'm ready to resume. You guys didn't have a problem. I did.
Meg seemed to have had a little bit of an issue. Could have been related to you though, so we're not quite sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how marriage works. So.
We don't have separate power.
I don't know what that was. It started with a surge. Like just before we lost power, everything like flickered and darkened, just enough for me to go like, weird power surge, and then everything died for about 3 seconds. Then came back up, but there's like a ton of emergency response vehicles one block over from us.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't necessarily believe in coincidence, so I have to assume that they're somehow related.
Oh,
Maybe
there's
somebody hit a
wires
power
down
pole.
at 246 in Riverview Drive.
Yeah,
Someone hit a
somebody hit
pole.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just updated it in
cool.
Neighborhood Watch.
Mystery solved.
Can
So
drive you
did you guys have any
guys.
questions about what Sari said? Like, I'm willing to repeat some of it or do my best to recount some of it. Or do you think you got the gist of it?
We
I was just explaining that I had told Renan that Sari's in jail, but she said that we need to find the Well of Fates, and
something
that
about
that
the
will
oasis.
lead us to the oasis of something.
And we have to finish what she started. And
Yeah.
I'm pissed off at her. I'm gonna beat the shit out of her when we see her.
Fair
Physically beat my sister.
enough.
Annie told
While
me
you-
she's in jail, and we have shared everything with the group. Sorry, John.
Perfect. Now that everybody's caught up and had breakfast and long rested, um, it's moments after dawn. It's 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock in the morning, and there's a panicked knock on your communal doors.
Okay, open the door.
I'll open it.
I don't know whether we are in like a 5-room, 3-room, 1-room situation, but each of you opens the door to find a priest of the reliquary again, with a disheveled and almost fearful look on their face that is quickly put aside as they ask you if you could return to the Great Hall as quickly as possible, please. A matter of great urgency requires your attention.
Okay.
Sure, give me a moment. Get dressed. Get ready.
Loincloth ready to go.
People.
Uh,
Aside from getting dressed and doing normal daily chores, is there anything anybody wants to do, or can I move us forward to?
you move us forward.
Check on the girl.
No,
And
forget her. She has to sleep in my bed. It's
We
fine.
have time for nice.
Yeah, baby, we're married.
Totally get married.
Totally.
Mhm,
Oh,
Just,
yeah. The thing about this, I'm not really a jewelry guy.
mhm,
you
mhm.
know.
They're what they call big love. Can't be pinned down really just to one. That doesn't seem fair.
You know. Marriage, I don't like the constricting, essence that gives it, puts off,
Coming too easy to you guys. It's coming too easy to you guys.
That's Thunder from Down Under fan over there. Jeez.
That's probably what you would
There's
know.
nothing wrong with watching guys gyrate.
They were doing a little bit more than gyrating. You saw the show. Anyway.
Does he still do the water bottle spit thing? Because
Oh, yes, they do.
that is the
Yes.
grossest fucking part of the show.
That's
Right.
so fucking gross. At least it was towards the back, and not anywhere near us, as he is.
This time they didn't stink up the backstage with, steamed broccoli, which was nice.
That is good. Good for you guys.
Ew.
No cocoa butter,
worse than,
I
like-
hope
baby
that's
oil.
a euphemism. Or
No,
not
like-
a euphemism.
They're on the Hemsworth there. It's like they just have boiled chicken and steamed broccoli. But like,
Yeah.
you combine
It's
that in a
bad.
small dressing room with 15 guys, and that's just a lot of broccoli farts.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's true. It's nasty. Ugh.
All right.
Moving forward.
You are rushed back to the Reliquary Heroes Temple, where you had received gifts earlier in the day, or earlier yesterday. And this time there is only the assembled priests and priestesses of the order, and 3 men, 2 in very light pink cloaks that end at their waist, and 1 man in an elaborate, longer pink cloak that's closer to light red than it is to pink, who has a like heraldic banner with him, and they're just like almost tapping their feet, like anxiously awaiting an audience with you.
Audiences were yesterday.
Hey,
The priests ask you to please take a seat up on the dais again.
Take my nice warm little cozy seat.
can you just tell us what's going on? Okay, so we sit down. I'm already anyway. I'm wasting my time.
It's very different than Renan this morning, apparently.
You're not
Here's the gold for you because I'm so generous. Get me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, sit in a fucking chair. Fuck you. Just tell me what this is about, goddammit.
I'm not a morning person either. I mean, so I get it. I get it.
We have other
Um,
business to tend to. What did you bring us here for?
He says that they have rode 4 days and 4 nights straight, causing the death of several of their horses to arrive here in time. They were emboldened 3/4 of the way through the trip when they learned that a champion had actually defeated the puzzles, riddles, and dangers of the reliquary. For they come with horrible tidings from the north. The man with the long pink cloak introduces himself as Newer, and says that he is an emissary to a new free town called Lone Water. That's the new contrivance of the name, and says that an ancient evil has awakened there, that they are beset by the Devourer, and like a gasps fall across the room as all the priests, like, a hush falls over them. Literally, they gasp and then grow silent.
What was the name of the city?
I look at Amon
Lone
like
Water.
Where is that compared
Sorry,
to
say it
I
New
look
again.
at
Rest?
Amon.
Sorry, I heard too many voices. Let's start with Oni.
Where is that compared to Noon Rest?
If Noonrest is to the east of where we came from, Beiju to the west, then Lone Water is north, like towards the Great Sea.
So is it where we saw the lightning strike?
That you did the lightning. The good memory. That huge sky beam did come from the north. That's true.
Okay.
The name of the city
Look at
was
Amon, and I'm
Lone
like-
Got it.
Water.
Lone Water.
LON.
Got it.
Yep. Michelle, go ahead. Sorry.
I look at Amon and I'm like, what's the Great Devourer?
He
I should have
might
asked,
know with
what's
his
the Great
studies.
Devourer?
Assuming
I probably should have put this in a thing he knows, but I didn't. That would have been better to have him read this. Missed opportunity, guys. Sorry about that. Instead, he tells you the story of a
In
terrible
a disembodied
apocalyptic
voice.
creature called Amit,
Dude, that thing's freaking
the
badass.
Devourer.
That's amazing.
It's a creature born of raw chaos and hatred.
Did you
It-
get my pet?
Has the head of a crocodile. It's a chimeric creature.
sounds like you, Draco.
The body of a lion and the hindquarters of a hippopotamus. It's supposedly the amalgamation of all things that people in the Atairu Valley fear the most: lions,
Yeah.
crocodiles, and hippopotami.
Oh my.
The Devourer is a legendary beast. Its massive form is sustained only by devouring not just the bodies but the souls of the people it eats, which creates a problem in the other world as well, because people's souls are supposed to travel to the other world after to do aught, and this prevents that. Long ago, a millennia ago, he was killed by the god Horus, but something has allowed him to rise once again, and the more he eats, the stronger and larger he becomes. They claim that only someone touched by the gods has the power to kill such a beast, and this emissary claims that it's been rampaging through the valley of Lone Water, killing dozens a day, and they have nowhere else to turn, so he rode to Beiju, hoping that a champion would be crowned so that they might implore them to do what only the gods have done in the past, and destroy Amit.
You know, Oni, this sounds like a job for you. You seem pretty badass, you know.
I'm ready.
You-
What's the fastest
you
way?
and Hoppy?
What's the fastest way we can get there?
He says that if you were to
Hold
ride
up.
at breakneck speeds, he's 4 days north and slightly to the east.
Can't you pay for the teleportation, the faster?
Would the city provide that?
He tells you that there is no major city between here and there that has a teleportation circle. Beiju has a teleportation circle, but Lone Water does not.
It's still new. It's a baby city.
What's the closest
Or was the
one
baby
to
city.
it?
The closest one to it takes you back in the wrong direction. There's nothing north of here that would be faster to teleport. There's the sand barge angle. You guys have an in with a sand barge captain. He tells you that with
Oh,
favorable
yeah.
winds that might be faster. But it's either hoofing it, riding it, or sailing it.
Alright, I'm gonna look at the group and
Got a
say
bunch of big camels.
if there's a chance that it's just going to get bigger the more it eats, this is going to get out of control quickly.
The less of us should go. You're right.
And if Sari couldn't give us more information on where she is, or she wants to send us in a different direction, does this take us in the direction that she wanted?
We don't know where we're going. I want to ask the priests if they have heard of the Well of Fates.
Wait a second. How do we, is there any proof of this? How do we know we're not being baited here? How do we know that this isn't just a distraction?
Well, she's
to
your
find Sari?
sister. She's your sister. Of course, you know. Sorry.
It makes a fair point, but that's irrelevant to my.
The emissary takes off his like haversack and shows you a shed scale that is about 3 feet in diameter.
Holy crap.
He says that Amet shed this 3 days ago when he had grown too large for his old skin and molted.
Dude, this guy's gonna be freaking...
Massive.
So yeah, Oni, maybe you want to take Hoppy with you then. Because, damn.
We're stronger as a team.
Yeah, the two of you are. I've seen you fight.
I'm just saying.
Do you guys understand that?
Might need my fiery dude.
Do you guys understand that Sari is in trouble and that it's time sensitive?
But we.
And you guys
From what
want
it
to
sounds-
keep doing all these other things.
We don't.
From
know
what it
where
sounds like,
she
she's
is.
safe.
I want to ask. I want to ask the priests if they know anything about the Well of Fates.
The head priest has heard of it, but has never been himself. There's an apocryphal story that he's, it skirts the line between mythology and history, but at one point the gods created a well, and in this well a person could see anything they wanted, past, present, or future, simply by inquiring it. And this guided fates. It would help people understand their purpose, their place, their destiny. It became known as the Well of Fates. But to keep access to it extremely limited, the gods hid it on an unfindable island somewhere in the Northern Sea, the Great Sea. This is Egypt equivalent, somewhere in the Mediterranean. There is an island shrouded in eternal mists that houses the Well of Fates.
An island
So we need to go north and east.
shrouded in the internalness. I mean, you guys, I understand, like, meta here for a second. I understand we're gonna go help the whatever, but I'm just trying to roll play the person.
Right. We get you. You're just annoying. We get it.
So,
You tell your character.
but my
Here's-
suggestion to that would be, we have two options because we don't have a lead on Sari, since she wouldn't tell him on where she is. We can break the idol and get that clue that we were looking for.
Here's the thing. I
Or
don't think we
can
should
wait
do the
until
breaking.
the next. It's going to take us 4 days to get there. We can wait until the next sunrise, the next dawn, and Amon can try to get more information from her.
Agreed.
But either way,
No, I mean, we can
we'll
go.
sit here for a
As
day.
long as we're moving towards her. No, as long as we're moving towards her, that's fine. And
As far as we
should
know, we are.
definitely see if we can get on the bark.
Yeah,
Right.
faster is definitely
So I'm
better.
fine with that.
And then we can always break the idol.
So
if
let's
we
find our
hit-
friend.
Like if we hit a slow point, or we just really get stuck, then we break the idol. But we'll keep it intact until then.
Can I be the annoying what's in it for us guy? But what's in it for us? Killing this hippo, croco, liopotamus.
He is stunned, not really fathoming that he would need to give you a reason, but tells you, I suppose, fame, legend, duty.
Duty.
Well, only the gods can kill such a thing, and they have blessed you. You don't feel a responsibility to earn their favor?
He's simple. We do. Okay.
He tells you he wasn't expecting the divine beings, the champions of Beiju's greatest challenge, to be quite so money hungry, but if coin is what you seek, you can take it from the dead population that Ahmet has already devoured.
Oh.
Perhaps if you wait longer, you'll make even more money.
So terrible.
So we're not in a rush, you're saying.
He's mocking us.
I like that Reddit's gonna explain that. Guys, he's mocking us.
Mocking us.
In fairness,
I just look at Hoppy and I'm like,
I
I
was a
told you,
slave.
don't talk.
I'm not going to do it for free. I've done enough fighting for free.
Like my grandpappy always says, if you're good at something, never do it for free.
Pretty much. How about 10 gold?
Never does anything for free.
We're good. We'll start getting ready to head on out.
We should probably not wait that extra day.
Nope.
We should
Yeah,
probably
let's go.
Part now.
Let's go find. Let's see if
Go
we can
get our-
find the echo and.
Let's go get our camels.
Well, we don't
Are
need
we-
the
are we
camel
going-
if we're gonna take
Going
the
by
ship.
camel or are we going by
We're gonna
barge?
take
Barge.
sandbarge. And we
Give
need
the-
We'll see if we can talk
Can
him
we
into
bring the camels on the ship?
Hold on. Why don't we give the girl that Draco was sleeping with the camels and say, here, now you don't dishonor your dad. So we gave you
Have you
some.
met our friend Geffen?
Okay, that's fine. We can have her collect the camels from the shepherd on our behalf, and she can tend to them while we're gone. It'll give her something to do.
She graciously and excitedly accepts this as dowry
Oh shit!
and tells you that she is very pleased to be the wife of Draco.
I mean, there's been no marriage yet. We'll get to that later. Okay, we gotta get out of this city before someone else gets married.
Okay, I don't want to short cut anything. Do you want to do? Are we just looking to find Captain Numaz and the Echo as quickly as we can? Charter a sandbarge in GTFO. Do you want to do any last
I need
shopping in
To restock on arrows.
Is there anybody you want to see or interact
Yeah,
with?
I have no money,
Yeah.
but we also have very few potions of healing. So
Yeah, I was gonna say
So-
the same thing. I don't have any money.
We have one other point of order, and that's it's time for my in-game tax collection.
Yes.
This covers all of the minutia. This is like replacing material components in Draco's pouch. It's buying arrows for everybody who shoots arrows. It's buying replacement javelins when they break. It represents repairing equipment when it's damaged. Rather than dealing with all of that in the aggregate, we just do a monthly tax. The tax is due again today. It's 25 gold per person.
Perfect. I can do that. Cause I'm awesome like that.
Take 100 out of our bank.
I can't.
I'm gonna just take 100 out of the bank.
And
Yeah.
Draco paying for his own. That makes
So
sense.
it's
Good.
so
Hold on one second. There's a plume of smoke outside, and we just need to investigate that real quick.
Okay.
okay.
So it seems like John and Meg are having their own adventures.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, and they don't sound very fun today.
Well, you can
They're just
join
more in
along with
character,
it by
that's
just
all.
looking at traffic in Buellton.
Hilton. Yeah.
I think it might just be a barbecue sparking off.
Kinda.
Just
It is barbecue
coincidentally.
weekend.
Well,
It is, right. And it's just about that time. Like, if you're going to start cooking over coals in an hour, then it's time to start that fire now.
west on 240 or east on 246 to Avenue of the Flags is red. So
Yeah.
if that's the direction, then
Oh,
there
right.
might be something going on.
So, Draco got half married. She's going to collect some camels. We're going to try to find passage on the Echo. What else were we going to do? Oh,
And
we did the taxes.
We paid our 100. Yeah, we paid
And
our
then is
100,
there-
and then we're also going to get. Sorry, John, but we're also going to get healing potions. So
Okay.
who needs them? We've got money.
I need some.
So Hoppy, I think we should all get the big potion. It's 100 gold, right? Or is it 50 gold? I never remember. John.
We'll see if that helps.
Thank you.
Of course.
See that.
Something interesting does happen when you walk into the Jade Sisterhood Apothecary, though.
I just posted it into Discord.
How do you know what interesting thing is going to happen?
Oh, thank you.
Remember that you were perhaps more accustomed to other. Well, you're used to Neat, I guess, the former mistress of the Jade Apothecary that helped you in the past. This is the triplets that like look almost exactly alike, but sort of speak in sequence or in canon, depending on what seems the creepiest at the moment.
Yeah, that is
As
creepy.
as you guys walked into the store, the three of them immediately look up like as if cued and say, my, what troubles you wear literally upon your brow?
What?
The two of them look at the center one left, one right, turning the middle. I don't think they can see it.
See what?
You talking about my eye?
She points at your forehead, each of them choosing a different forehead to point to. And then they all like came to the same conclusion at the same time. No, they don't see it. Curious.
See what?
What do you
Don't
see?
speak in riddles.
What?
She says it's certainly none of our concern, but you're presently marked by something.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we know we have
Mark.
a debt to pay. That's not why we're here. We'll take at least, how many of us are there? 5? We'll
Yes.
take 5 potions of healing.
Hmm.
I already have
And
one.
each one of us. Oh, so you don't need one?
I did not. I needed one.
Then we will take 4.
Okay. 4 potions of healing. She,
Great.
as she's like sealing the vials up, reminds you that these won't address what's going on here.
Do you have anything that will?
She said we would need to spend time identifying it first. Just wanted you to know that potions of healing are not cure-alls.
All
Can-
right. We don't
Can
have
you
time for
give
that.
us more details on
What?
what's going on?
So
Do we want to know what's actually marking us?
hold on. No, we don't. We already know.
We do?
Yes,
God
okay.
touched. We just
Is
won
this
the
the
reliquary.
2d4 plus 2?
2d4.
John, is this the
2d4 plus 2.
plus 2?
Yep. 2d4 plus
Okay, make sure that Oni, Draco, and Amon
I added
add
one.
one to their
2.
sheets.
Yep.
I
I've
added
got it
one
in my
too.
inventory.
Okay, cool.
Under-
I'm assuming that this is the mark from the person that we owe the debt to. That's what I would assume, but I could be wrong.
Which debt are we talking about?
Not all of us were there though for that.
I wasn't
so
there.
I would think that only you, me, and Amon would carry a mark from that. But again, we did just finish the reliquary, so it could be
That's why I think we need
something
to
else.
ask about
Go
this.
ahead, ask about it.
Yeah.
They're just gonna take your money.
She tells
So-
you that for such good customers, she'd be willing to show you at least what they see. And from underneath the counter pulls out a pair of like rose quartz glasses and says if you just put them on, hopefully you'll see the way I see. Amon, if you put them on, you have a hard time like maneuvering it over your newly acquired eye patch. But as you look at it, there is in fact a red sigil on everybody's head, and there's a small tenuous like tether of like curly Q energy that all goes back to the pocket or haversack that the idol is in.
Oh,
The
interesting.
idol that I'm supposed to smash.
That you're supposed to destroy.
That one?
The ibis.
Yeah.
I think
I would just like to say I'm right.
let's smash this thing now.
No.
What do you
I'm
think is going to
smashing
happen?
it now. Because we're not even going after Sari at this point.
Well, let's smash it so we don't have a mark on our heads because we owe a debt and we can erase that debt now.
I wasn't there for the debt, so I don't see
It's
how I
mine.
get the debt.
I took it. I'm not smashing it right now.
And see,
Unless somebody tells me to.
look, we're going to talk to Sorry in the morning.
You'll smash it if we can't get any additional information from Sari at dawn. But let's not smash it until we absolutely are like out of other options
And out of town.
and out of town.
It's mine. I'm not smashing it. I'm being a teenager about it.
But we're not technically out of options
I'll
yet
smash
because
it when I...
if we get up there and we can find our way to that well, or if Amon can get more information from her between now and then. Maybe
That's what I'm
she
saying.
knows
We're
how to
not
get
there yet. So that's why I don't.
Yeah.
Can we ask them about I would like to ask them if they'd ever heard of the Well of Lights.
Oh. Maybe they have some more clues. Or maybe the glasses will show us how to get there.
What? I'm sorry. What do you want to use the glasses for?
Showing us how to get to the island that the Well of Eternity is on, that the Well of Fates is on.
I just want to ask them if they know.
Say that again, Michelle.
I just want to ask if they've heard of the Well of Fates.
They have. She tells you roughly the same story that the priest did, that they've never been there themselves, but believe that it does exist. That too many stories describe in similar detail exactly how and where it was created and what its function was. She believes the problem is finding it, because the same magic that gave it its powers of enchantment has also shrouded it in mists, making the island impossible to find. Everyone knows that it's in the northern Great Sea, but no one knows exactly where.
That's a sad thought.
That's a bummer. I think they are overwhelmed for just now. Sure.
It's Screamy Baby.
So
Yeah.
I didn't hear the response that she gave.
Is everything okay? Do you guys need a minute?
Oh no! It's just all three of our kids are doing this at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, Andy Griffin is screaming.
Andy is very.
It had all the hallmarks of like perfect chaos, so I wasn't sure.
It was literal perfect chaos for a second.
She says, or they say, I guess, in canon, one word after another, swapping between the three speakers, that they agree that the Island of Fates, or the Well of Fates, has to be real. They believe it. They've never seen it, but the stories are so similar and so thoroughly believable to them that they think it's definitely out there. Lore tells us that it is an island to the north, in the Great Sea, somewhere between 1 and 2 days travel from that northern coast of our continent. But the same magic that grants the Well of Eternity, or the Well of Fates rather, its power of foresight, also shrouds the island in that mist, making it impossible for someone to find. She says that seems to be the only challenge, the only hurdle in your journey. We all have read the same stories. We all know roughly where you're supposed to go. It's just how long do you want to spend, wandering a very dangerous, very ill-explored ocean looking for an island shrouded in mist. That, she says, is a fool's errand.
Okay. I'll just leave it there. I'm cool.
Sorry, guys, try and put stuff in the thing.
That's pretty awesome.
Fire go burn.
What's pretty awesome?
Oh, geez. Big fire on the side of the freeway where somebody had that power pole. Or just like one completely incinerated tree, but
Yeah.
All
right, so it's a fool's errand, so we should go kill the monster. Emit the tower.
And she thanks you for your repeat patronage and asks if there's anything else they can get for you today.
Did you guys want any of the keenness or the whetstones? Seemed to
Didn't
work well
use
for you guys
our
last time.
keys.
I still have a force elemental whetstone.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
no,
we
it's good.
should be
Yeah,
good
we're
then.
good.
I don't want anything else.
Then is there anything
Hey,
else we
Hoppy.
want?
Hey, Hoppy or Amon, do you need to go to church again? No? Now that you're churchy folk?
Take me to church.
Nice.
No, we're good. Let's find the echo.
Okay. Do we have like shopping around money? Is there anything you guys need equipment wise? Do you want to stop by the Champion's Companion again and see if there's any magic items that you wanted to purchase? I don't know what your money supply looks like. I'm just trying to
Wait.
think of things that won't be available to you once we leave Beiju.
I'm poor. I have no money.
I mean, we
Yeah,
can
me too.
always stop by.
Will he give me
We have
that
$400
beautiful
in our.
sword?
He says as a special gift for you, he would sell you that beautiful sword for 4,000 gold. That's a
Nice.
20% discount.
That's a great deal.
Can I
because
get
he
a
honors-
mortgage on that sword?
He chuckles and says, "The unfortunate thing about heroes who need swords like this, their life expectancy is not great. He's afraid he won't be able to collect."
Fair enough. Can I trade you a? We have 3 kids now.
Oh my goodness! Now we're slave traders.
Mhm.
Full
Oh
circle.
my God, you're trying to give our kids away? Nice.
You got a wife? You want to buy her?
My actual kids.
This wife of mine, she's a real people pleaser. Plus, she's got
shit.
camels. Did I mention her camels?
Right. Check
How
out
much
those
is a camel
toes.
worth?
Telling you.
These camels are worth at least 20 or 2,000 gold apiece. You can have. I'll
Yeah.
take it. 2.
Camels aren't
I'll
the only
throw in the
hunt, you know
third.
what I'm saying?
What's that?
All right, so no takers on anything. Then I guess we are ready to find the echo. You guys parted with Captain Numos on really strong terms. The onyx-skinned Earth Genasi. He did tell you that he'd be hanging out in Beiju probably through the end of the proving, since there's not a lot of business until people are ready to go somewhere. And since they were all enthralled there, hopefully he's still here. Checking the usual haunts, you eventually do find him and Iria, his first mate, in a bar, and they're happy to see you. They're not drunk, but not sober, and invite you to join them in the revelries. And when the bar starts, like, it goes quiet when they realize who you are, and he cheers and like slaps Hoppy on the shoulder and like sidles up along Oni, and he's like, "I knew them before they were gods." But then just, my friends, welcome, welcome. Can I buy you a drink? Or can you make your own now? Watch as she turns water into wine.
I like this guy.
You can tell he's like, this is the far less than reserved captain you've dealt with before. This is party mode Numos.
So, Oni, you gonna go?
So we have a drink just for camaraderie's sake, and then we are like, hey, let us know when we get on the echo, we need to go.
I don't want to keep getting delayed longer than
High noon,
absolutely
high well in the
necessary.
sky, daytime noon,
So I think
resting on the moon.
I will raise a glass, but set it back down. I'm not drinking.
Lone water.
I'll drink.
Yeah, we're like,
I'll drink.
Like,
Gotta
he's just
use that.
I drink
He's
for
ordered
sure because I'm not
a
allowed.
second round of shots before the first round has even been drank, and just tells you if you've come to party or if there's. And then he just like You can tell he like replays the last week in his head and goes, "Oh God, you don't need me, do you?
Yes, sir.
We just got her fixed."
Perfect.
Oh, you're just going home
Sorry.
though, right? We're certainly not sailing into the mouth of almost certain death.
You know, there's a little column A, a little column B,
There's a certain
a
death
little.
component, but we'll try to keep you away from it. We just need you to drop us off close enough to fight a creature.
So, have you ever seen a crocodile?
Death adjacent is an excellent way to describe it.
He says, "I've seen a crocodile, but they don't go anywhere my sand barge goes, so I feel pretty comfortable in that."
Exactly. So we're heading north.
Hey. Oh, cool.
How about hippopotami? You like them? They're pretty dangerous. They're pretty cool.
Not especially, but they tend to stick to the rivers and the marshes.
Yeah. So we're gonna go take care of an alligator, hippo, lion problem.
I'll sing TLC all day.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know what you're inferring. Maybe because he's drunk, maybe
Perfect.
because he just doesn't know the Legend of the Devourer. But
Exactly.
he
You know, so
asks like, "How much are you going to pay for this charter?"
Excuse me?
how much was it last time?
Oh, you're gonna piss me off.
It was, I think, 50 gold a person last time, but remember that he did give you vouchers.
Right. Ooh, he did give us vouchers. Time to present those. Vouchy?
The
Yeah.
Iria, the
pull him
first
out
mate,
of the
kind of like
handbag and I say, we're gonna pay that.
her head sinks and she goes, "This is why you shouldn't do that." He's like, "Well, those were that's for a milk
A
run. That's
great
for
time.
a simple, easy trip.
It is. You're just
Not for
dropping in,
this."
heading north up. It's a hippo gate or
I just look
crocodile
at him
problem we're taking care of.
and I say,
It's not a big
I just
deal.
look at him
It's a quickie. You know us.
and
We're
I
good people.
loudly say in this room full of, this bar, and I say, so you're not going to do what the gods are asking of you? Wow, the echo's really gone downhill. And I just wink.
He's just like, "You know that I'm going to help you, but I don't know what's worse: the fact that you don't know what we're riding into, or the fact that you won't tell me what we're riding into."
I'll tell you when you need to know. I'm trying to protect you.
Here, I give him 25 gold to help cover the tabs and stuff like that. Here you go. You know there's going to be more in the future. Clink, clink.
And he goes, "How many days until you want to leave?"
Sooner the better. Because the worse it gets, the longer we wait.
Days, no. Minutes, yes.
Hours? Yes. Yeah. We'll meet you down at the docks in an hour. I just made that all up. I don't know if there's docks.
Mm-hmm. I think there's like the sand block that they'll dock at. Yeah.
The three people that came to meet us in the pink robes, we got six. We got 6 tickets when the vouchers. We got 6 vouchers. So could we invite maybe the elderly one with us on
Why
the
is the
sand barge?
elderly one?
And do they want to pay for their other tickets?
You
Uh,
don't get the old guy. The old guy dies.
if you strike me down now. Yes, that's totally fine if you want to bring them with you. The 2 that are not covered by vouchers will have to pay their own way, but new mods would be happy just to have some kind of paying fare. Might
Why don't we
almost
just
make it worthwhile. You're gonna offer to pay for them?
Isn't it? It's
Let them pay for themselves. They were planning on buying us 3 horses apiece, so they can pay for themselves.
Knowing that we'll do like a little retcon and say that they knew you were going to be here and they have followed you and are willing to pay their own way. are grateful for the one free passage and will pay the 25 gold per person to join you on the sand barge Echo on its trip north to Lone Water. To expedite the process, I'm going to move us forward unless anybody has any last call items, things you want to investigate, addendums, questions, inspections, investigations, purchases. We close the book on Beiju as we drive out of the city a little after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Got several hours till sunset. You make good time, very favorable winds as we ride out into the desert. As nightfall comes, he offers you the opportunity to sleep below deck like he did before. He promises it's been brand newly renovated, with several
You're welcome.
compartments now intended to be used as like actual accommodations. They have a padded bed and insulation as opposed to just extra storage holds for cargo and or smuggling. Tells you that he's gone full luxury and that he plans on increasing the price of tickets at some point in the future, because while she's not quite the Echo 2, it does represent a significant step up in quality for them. That after
Very
this
nice.
journey, he'll be only high-end clientele from this point forward.
When you're starting with the God Touch champions, so that seems pretty great.
We still get our discount? Yeah, yeah.
He looks around and goes, "No one's here to hear that. Never believe your own hype."
I'm Hoppy, and
Draco.
this is my favorite sand ship in the Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
I approve this message.
Nightfall comes. We use our standard watch rotation, I assume, so there's always somebody on deck with the captain or with Erie, the first mate.
Yep. Andy's on watch.
And Andy's on watch. I would like Draco to roll a 20-sided die.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Very, very interesting. Nothing
Wow.
happened on watch today. The evening passes without incident.
Excellent.
And you guys make exceptionally good time. We're gonna fast forward to morning. The captain is still at the helm. Iria is below deck. Everybody's just starting to stir as like the absolute void blackness of the desert starts to turn light pinkish as the sun just begins to creep above the horizon. And there is that key critical moment of time at dawn and dawn only when Amon might be able to see Sari and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to try to communicate again, Amon?
Absolutely.
This time there's no voice. Like in every previous exchange, she's been the one to sort of initiate conversation or contact. It's always been her voice you hear first, and that helps sort of like establish that uplink. But this time she's not talking to you. Do you want to try to talk to her?
Sorry. I need
There's
more
a small
information on how to find the Well of Fates.
small twinge of pain at the temple of your head that runs down the right side of your shoulder, all the way down to your arm. It starts to not hurt, but like almost go numb for a second, and you feel like your voice is echoing. Like it feels like something's working, something's happening for sure, but there's just no response from her. So you try again, I assume, persistently, maybe even a third time, until finally you just get a shh, not right now.
I just observe then, see if I can see what she's seeing.
You see hands no longer manacled, moving slowly against a slick, wet wall. Looks like it might be the interior of a salt mine.
Hmm.
Very, very slowly, just scooting from shadow to shadow, moving against the wall. In the left hand, you can see this clutched, glowing blue orb, who loudly just goes, "Is that him again? Tell him I said hello." Shh. She quiets him. They come to a large portcullis door that has a bound iron gate and a huge lock on it. Shit. Wait, Amon, is Ren in there?
Renan, wake up.
What?
She's here. What do you need?
Tell her to talk me through this.
What are you talking about?
She needs help picking a lock. Can you
She
tell her how to
shows you
do it?
both hands, and she's got a rake and pick, and she just goes, I just need to know what to do.
How do you pick a lock?
What are you talking about? There's no one here.
I can see Sari again.
What do you see?
There's a lock. She's trying to pick a lock.
What kind of a lock?
I describe the lock as I can see it.
And I tell him how to pick it.
Make a thieves' tools check, Renan.
Sorry, it's not on my sheet, which is why that was confusing. Sorry, guys. Did that work? I hit it.
Maybe I'm delayed. I don't see anything.
I don't see it.
Shouldn't it be in your items?
It's right here.
Oh, it might be
It's clearly
Should it be in
20.
your
for
inventory?
an ability. Like if you click on thieves' tools, it'll say like what ability do you want to use. Make sure you've checked decks. That might be the hangup.
Oh, that might be over here.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, it's hard for you.
Nice. 23 is an excellent roll. Listening to Amon describe the lock, it's pretty boilerplate. This is a very standard lock. While complex, it's not something it's definitely something you've encountered, not something that you've ever had problems picking. It is nuanced to try to tell someone else how to move things you can't really see, but you're sort of guiding Amon's hands, and he's relaying that information to Sari. After her third try, she is able to get the tumblers in line and click, 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 click. All four of them turn right, and the gate softly screeches open. She goes, "Thanks, Amon." And she begins stealthily walking against the wall until she's near a. It honestly looks like a giant, like downward facing spotlight. Maybe the opening to something above, and that's natural light pouring in, or unknown for sure. And she goes, "Okay, we have to wait here a minute anyway. What did you want to know?"
How do we find the island? How do we find the island?
You still haven't found the island?
Can you hear me?
I just found out about this yesterday. What do you want from me?
She sighs, is like in a very, very familiar, like, you're annoying me sigh, like this is something you've heard 100,000 times before. It's almost, in this moment, it's sweet and endearing more than it is frustrating. And she goes, "Well, I don't know. Have you tried asking him?"
Who?
Oh God, you gotta ask the eye.
She went,
What's his name?
"Horus."
I hate her.
Oh my god.
I love Ren in the background. I hate her.
You hear the disembodied voice from that glowing orb go, "He has not yet made contact with the deity Horus. Interesting. I know, right?" You can hear in the background suddenly the sound of an alarm whistle being blasted 3 or 4 times. And she went, "Well, we didn't expect that to last forever, did we?" Disembodied voice responds, "No, we did not." She goes, "Look, I gotta go, Amon, but keep doing what you're doing. I'll try to find you. Let's meet up at the island." and you turn suddenly and see two guards in the hallway with crossbows pointed at her. There's a flash of brilliant turquoise energy, and both of them are completely eviscerated, slamming far against the wall behind them. And she goes, "I'll see you soon, brother."
I just sit stunned in my bed, and
And I'm like, what just happened? What did you see? Drugs. What did you find out?
I literally just stunned.
We're laughing at our kid. Did you hear him? What is happening?
Hello?
What is
What are we missing right now?
It's a pot farm fire by their house.
Oh man, that was really funny.
Did you not hear someone yell drugs in the background when you said what is happening
No.
here?
I'm certain it was somebody in your house or wherever you are on your
That was
side of the
the kid.
conversation said
That was her kid.
drugs,
Yeah, that was our oldest. That was
which was
Oh,
funny
man.
both
thought it
because of the voice and the timing. Tell him thank you for
That
that.
was our kid. Everyone thought that your use of the word drugs was very appropriate to our game.
Very, very well done. Oh man, that was funny.
I was like, can you hear, did you hear it? Is that what we're laughing?
drugs.
That would explain the turquoise light.
And a lot of what we do on Sundays.
Uh,
All right, so I'm going to relay all of what I saw to Renan, and I'm going to wake up Oni to let everyone else sleep. Just let Oni know what happened, what I saw, the new information that I have.
So there must be a way for you to talk to Horace through the eye? Did you have to
I
attune
guess
in the evening?
and I just start tapping on the side of my head. I just start tapping on the side of my head, going, Horace,
No.
Horace.
I don't,
Yes, Amon.
I don't remember. Did you attune at dawn or at dusk?
Dawn.
Dawn. Okay.
It was dawn. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you need to attune at dusk.
I was wondering if maybe yeah, something to do with the other period of time. Or maybe you need to just be up really high. We'll have to try a couple of different things.
Oh yeah.
So I need to
I may
get really
not be
high
smart,
and
but
attune to.
maybe use
Drugs!
drugs.
Yep.
I need to get really high so I can talk to God. Yeah, the other element of his attunement to the item initially was a place of great altitude and the right. If you want to, you could try finding some place high and seeing if communication is possible.
On the
Like,
ship, see if you
on
go.
a mast, climb up the mast or something.
I'm up on the mast.
Yeah, if you do, actually, I won't need you to make a check. That's fine. Hand over hand, it's a little nerve-wracking going, 20 knots through the desert wind. This high, where you guys are traveling, you are the highest point you can see. And in that moment, you get this weird disembodied sense that you're flying. You can feel wind beneath wings you don't have, and there's an almost transcendent feeling of freedom. It feels like if you wanted to, you almost could just leap into the sky and fly away. And in that moment, a voice in your mind's eye says, I am the legacy of Horus. Far-reaching is my sight, and vast is my knowledge. Drugs.
So many drugs. I'm flying, guys.
And you're talking to the what of Horus?
God.
The legacy.
The legacy of Horus.
The Eye of Horus.
And Natasha? Stupid the chipmunk and the moose.
You can talk to him?
Alright, so I'm up on the mast. I'm flying.
You're in
Horus talk to you.
communication with Horus. Yep.
All hail Horus.
It just repeats again.
Is
I
this
am the
thing
legacy
on?
of Horus. Far-reaching is my sight, and vast is my knowledge.
Where is the
Well of the Fates.
where is the well of the fates?
It's the thing almost has like a vibration sense. It shakes ever so slightly, trembling against the side of your head, and says, "In the Northern Sea, you must travel 2.5 days at your current velocity."
So it is basically where we're heading to.
How-
Sweet.
How do I find the island when I get there?
The island is shrouded in mist in the Northern Sea.
Am I speaking with Pharaoh Obvious or
He says, the
I see
voice
that.
says again, "I am presently fragmented, and until made whole, my responses may be limited or inaccurate."
Okay, Bard.
can you tell me where my sister is? Where is Sari?
It takes a moment again. There's that small, like, cycling vibration against the side of your face. Sari is presently escaping a salt mine.
So much
How far
detailed
from
information.
I'm sorry, say that again.
How far from where we are? From where I am?
It considers 372 of your miles.
Wow.
In which direction?
South and east.
But she's
What?
coming to us. Oh.
Sari's the other direction. We might have to turn the ship around.
Well, no, because we're going to kill the hippos.
And she's coming to meet us at the island, right?
That is what she said.
Supposed to be if she's actually escaping.
Okay.
Why don't we split the party and half of us go and rescue her and half of us go to
Or we just all meet her to the north where we're supposed to meet her.
Oh no, we should split the party.
Split the party.
Look at John. He's saying yes.
No.
It's a double work.
Always split the party. It's never gone wrong one time ever.
Ever. I mean,
I can
this
say
the last time we did it, I
that
solved a
that's not
puzzle
true.
all by myself. Just say it.
You know, we haven't heard about that yet. You should tell us.
Would you like me to tell you more about it?
No, thank you.
You're starting
Okay.
to lose connection to him since you're not engaging the legacy. Do you have any other questions for the legacy of Horus?
That's what I'm trying to think. Can you tell me anything about this beast that I'm about to face and its weaknesses?
Good question. Finally, a
Mhm.
good question.
That's a great
What
question.
beast are you about to face?
Yeah. What's his name?
The great Amit, the great devourer.
It just repeats Amit, the Great Devourer. Recommended strategy: avoid conflict. You are ill-equipped.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Tell me anything about defeating this beast.
Amit, the Great Devourer,
Yes,
may
we
only be
do want to
killed
see something
by a
very
god-forged
cool.
weapon.
Ooh, we got one of those.
We have that. Draco thinks he's a god-forged man, so.
The chiseled abs.
Some scholars speculate that the ironclad scales of Amit the Devourer are weaker from the rear.
Exit only. Exit only.
Oh, you gotta stick the god blade up its butt.
Oh. Something, sword in the stone.
Oh no.
Sword in the gallstones.
Let's go.
Lastly,
I know. I'm
Legacy
trying
of
to.
Horus
Yeah.
recommends reappropriation of the Legacy of Horus prior to confrontation with Amit the Great Destroyer.
Okay. Is there an easier way to contact you?
The answer to your query is unknown.
Blessed be Horus and his legacy.
You lose that sense of mere flight and wind beneath your wings, and you feel weighted and tethered to the earth more than you ever have before, and it feels kind of gross. It's like getting out of a long swim or soak in the pool where you just feel heavy and you're like, oh, gravity sucks. I much preferred buoyancy.
Coming down from the high. All right, so I'm going to climb down and relay everything to my crew, my peoples, including the god forged weapon. Where Sari is. Where Sari is and the weaknesses of Amit.
You gotta poke him in his butt.
Key takeaway: butt stuff kills Amit.
She just takes away butt stuff kills.
That's my motto.
All right.
No.
Everybody, no drugs. Everybody successfully has slept the long rest.
No,
Everybody's on deck
no.
for the day. We travel for a good long while. Unless you guys have anything else, we're going to pass to evening time.
I just mentioned to the captain, like, told you this is going to be an easy trek for us. And during the day, I gamble with the crew.
Nice. Are you going to attempt to cheat them?
No cheating.
Okay.
I actually want to play.
Roll a 20-sided die. On an 11 or higher, you'll win some money.
It's a trap.
I lost.
You've lost 6 gold. No, it's worth trying. Wait a minute. As the sun begins to set on the horizon, this is a very flat area of the desert. There are very few dunes, no geographical features really whatsoever as far as you can see. But as the sun sets, it creates that opalescent rippling along the horizon line, and sticking out very starkly against the flat horizon line and the now like projector sun, you can see the outlines of the remains, the ruins of a building or several buildings. You can't tell from this distance. And as Draco and Captain call it out, Amon, you get a terrible cold sweat, a deep foreboding feeling that something over there is very, very bad. something over there is not right. That something in that area is disordered.
What's he gonna do with the information?
Sorry, I was muted.
The barge continues driving.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Driving north, which is in roughly the same direction as the ruins. However, if you do nothing, you will eventually pass them with them passing on your right hand side.
Guys, I'm feeling something. There's something bad going on over here.
Do you want?
Should we keep going past, or should we stop?
Does anyone have like the ability to Farsi? Is that a spell in D&D?
I can see better than everyone else because of my eye.
Okay. Can you
That is true.
see what the disturbance is, or like see if you see anything in the general area?
Yeah, I want to climb up the mast a little bit and see if I can see anything that would coincide with the feelings that I'm feeling.
There are ruins of an ancient temple sort of like haphazardly poking out of the sands. It's like the sands have sort of swallowed most of an ancient temple, and you're only seeing broken bits that are emerged still from the surface after years of the sand eating it. In the sort of central area of these ruins, you do see a couple of wooden crates, one of which is slightly ajar, one of which is sealed. There's a dead, dark campfire, like the remnants of a fire, and a pair of camels that are currently laying down, but no other sign or sight of people, other than evidence that at one point there were people here. Lastly, at the very top of one of the erected pieces of sandstone that creates like a large temple arch, you recognize the Coptic symbols for Osiris and Isis. This might be the Temple of Lost Love. Seeing no immediate danger, Amon, you're tempted to, because you know about the time sensitivity of everything else we have, as you're toying with the notion of not stopping, you get a weird, like, cold twinge up the spine, starting at the small of your back, stopping just below your skull. And you feel like an almost dutiful, like a sense of responsibility that you have to stop. It's like when a parent sees another child like alone on a playground or alone at a street corner, like it's not your child, but also you can't just leave it there. You feel that compulsion to do something.
Numos, we need to stop here.
He goes, the creepy abandoned ruins in the middle of the desert.
Why, sure, why
Sounds
not?
right.
Do you
Goes,
You know how we like those.
He just looks back over his shoulder at Draco. Yep, easy mission. And diverts like 30 degrees off course to head towards the ruins.
Not too close.
He goes, oh, I know. We're parking a mile outside of that damn ruin. I know how you guys do things.
I like this guy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He gets you close, and you can see the scene that now everybody can see as the way I've described it to Amon, with camels that begin to stir at your approach, making like panic noises and standing but not being able to get loose of where they were tethered. A series of bedrolls around a campfire that has long since gone out. 2 crates, one open, one sealed. But that's it.
Let's look through the crates and see if there's anything that would indicate foul play or them interacting with something that they shouldn't have.
Can I make a saddle for the camel? All the other children.
Of or from?
Do you want perception rolls or anything?
everyone going to the ruins to investigate? I'd like a perception roll from yes, please.
Is it supposed to be all black?
But I
I'm
can
not
find
sure
my
why
perception.
that's doing that. If I toggle dark mode on and off, it seems to fix it, but that is weird.
I still just show black screen, so do I need to... Nice.
Nice, Amon.
Thanks, Amon. Carrying the team.
Mm-hmm.
And then one for Renan as well. She's gonna come.
Let me see why this is the way that it is.
The will of the gods.
Is that
Hey,
better?
There
yeah,
you go.
now I can see it.
Okay, sorry. I also lost chat. Did anybody not roll? Is anybody standing?
No, everyone
Everyone
rolled.
rolled.
Amon had a 20, and a natural 20, and Draco was right behind him with an 18. So Amon has 25, Draco 18.
And Renan has a 13.
A 7. I don't
Or
think she
7.
gets that. Yeah, I don't think she gets that
Yeah,
with.
that's true.
Okay. Amon and Draco, you guys are on like a heightened state of alert and awareness just because, adventurers, and
We're
this
like
is creepy.
gods.
You do peek inside of the open crate, and you find a series of like charcoal style etchings and drawings of the ruins that have been done by someone with skill. Like this is a serious artist or a serious archaeologist who has spent time here. You also find a large golden statue, not statue, but meant to be worn between epaulettes of shoulder armor. It's a large sigil of Isis.
Whoa. I pick it up. Well, found something pretty cool, guys.
It's heavier than you would have expected,
Oh,
and
jeez.
there's some kind of like old Coptic writing on the inside of it, but you don't read it.
Hey, Amon.
Not because you don't want to, but because you can't.
Do you try to put it
Hey,
on your
Amon.
chest?
Not yet. Hey, Amon, check this out. Show it. I like turn around. Can you read this? I'm like, it looks like it's for. Then I do that whole chest thing. Go. Boop. Yeah, good. It didn't stick.
Amon does know what this is exactly, and he could tell you exactly what it is if he were to read his things I know section.
It's the sigil of Isis.
Thanks.
I'm just guessing based on what I read previously, but I need to actually look it up probably.
While Amon is studying this, there's all of you, but especially those who roll high on perception, get the sense that you're being observed by something. You ever just sit alone in an open field and just feel like something is watching you? You get that deep, creepy sense. And at the most cinematically appropriate moment, a chill wind begins to softly blow against your exposed skin, giving you goosebumps. The camels begin to stir and pull against their reins like they're trying to get free of them so that they might flee.
I go over to try to calm the camels down a bit.
Being something of an animal expert, they are terrified of something. They kick at your approach and are trying to chew through the leather reins that have them tethered there. Just in abject fear, they're trying to escape something.
I tell everyone, get on their guard. Something's coming. these guys aren't aren't calming down whatsoever.
Hoppy, you have a moment of literally freaking the fuck out as a skeletal hand grabs your ankle from beneath the sands and tries to drag you under. Everyone looks on in horror as corpses rise up out of the sands surrounding you. I'd like everyone to roll initiative if you think we can get through this quickly, or if you don't mind going over a few minutes. Otherwise, we can pause here and pick this up next week.
No, let's do it.
I think we might have to pause. My youngest is freaking out.
Okay.
We can roll initiative and we'll just pick up combat next session. If you had a perception 16 or above, you can roll with advantage on the initiative if you want.
Now you tell me.
Oh, buddy.
Man,
Second roll.
I finally rolled decently today, and everybody rolled better than me.
I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, thanks. We're not sure what's happening right now.
I assumed that one would be right next to me.
Since it was grabbing you?
Because I'm going
Alright.
to lop its head off.
Nice.
We will pick up right here in the heat of combat next Sunday, unless anybody's got reason they can't play next Sunday.
Next
should
Sunday,
be- Yeah.
Next Sunday, I will be coming back from. So next Saturday, I'm going to Beer Fest. So I don't know if I'm going to be here next weekend. I will let you guys know.
If everybody else is good, I think we just played down a player.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're good.
I can
Yeah.
pilot Hoppy.
Then June 4th it is. Thanks everybody for a good session.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Bye everyone.
Take care all.
Yeah, thank you, John. Also, I was